Good afternoon. This is Denny Honerdale again with today's devotion coming from First Presbyterian Church, Casa Grande. Peter writes in 1 Peter 1, 3-5, Blessed be the God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. According to his great mercy, he has caused us to be born again to a living hope, through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, to an inheritance that is imperishable, undefiled, and unfading, kept in heaven for you, who by God's power are being guarded through faith for the salvation ready to be revealed in the last time. Watching Jesus lay down his life to die on the cross was not what his disciples were expecting, but rather a shocking, perplexing, and apparent hopeless ending to what had seemed like a promising fulfillment of messianic hope. The shattering ordeal of Jesus' trials, torture, and horrible death must have left them all feeling bereft, miserable, and uncertain of the future. What would they do now? What would their future hold? This year, with its shocking developments, a pandemic promoting a gigantic paradigm shift, has left many of us in a similar condition, perhaps not as severe, yet not without much of the same emotions and challenges, especially a sense of uncertainty about the future. As deep and depressing as their shock was, Jesus' disciples had only to wait 3 days for the resurrection of their vision, hope, and joy. A massive inversion of their reality, exactly what he had predicted was bodily resurrection, was another shock, but this time indescribable joy, wonder, and phenomenal relief, and a restoration of meaning, purpose, and the vision which carried them the rest of their lives. As his disciples, our life often follows this pattern: trial, testing, perplexity, suffering, despair, etc., which then yields to the opposite feelings and experiences of hope, healing, restoration, relief, and the faith and character which emerge along with vision and renewed purpose. As the Lord knew before he died that he would rise again, he also knows the good things which he portends for the future of his disciples, that is us, who have been passing through a season of stress and uncertainty. He really, truly wants us to believe in the rest of this wild story, to really and truly accept the fact that he will again turn the world upside down as, quote, all things work together for good for them that love God and are called according to his purpose, unquote. Witnessing and being exposed to the serious and nasty things that are happening around us now, how can we imagine that anything good can emerge from it all? The future seems bleak and downright frightening, but let us remember the Lord's cross, his disciples' shock and despair, and the predicted inevitable resurrection which followed. Be at peace in this year 2021, remembering the unalterable pattern God has given us in the revelation of his Son. Enter this year assured in your faith foundation and the secure expectation that once again, with him, as the apostles did 2,000 years ago, we too can turn the world upside down.